Hi, today I'm going to show you my home lab and how I will upgrade it. Let's see what we have. 2 Pi Zero, a ThinkCentre Tiny, a 6TB hard drive, a simple gigabit switch, and a LabRax 10-inch 5U rack. Let's start. The core of this build is all around the 10 inches rack called LabRax, as you can see, and I found that it's an interesting project, and you can find more detail in the link in the description. Here I'm using a ThinkCentre 1 liter tiny computer. It's only 4 cores Intel CPU, but powerful enough for what we have to do. Subsequently, we are going to add a unmanaged switch because the project is not big enough to use a managed switch. This is a simple 1 gigabit switch, and it's used just for the proof of concept of the new rack. The main use of this rack will be presented in future videos, but is mainly to take care of the backup of my main server that at the moment is in a mid-tower computer case. For the build, we found a really interesting extension cord that uses a 10-inch rack system, and so it's compatible with the LabRax 10-inch. Here we go to build the unit with 2 Raspberry Pi Zero and a Raspberry Pi 5 that I have left from another project, and in this case the 2 Raspberry Pi Zeros are used, one for cron jobs, mainly to turn on and off the main server to save some power, and on the other side we have a Octopi server for the 3D printer. At the moment the Raspberry Pi 5 is not in use, so can be used for new projects. Then we have a unit dedicated to pass-through Ethernet, and in this case it's a 3D model that I designed that you can find, of course, in the description, and it's built around these connectors that you can find easily on Amazon, and also for this you can find the link in the description. So we need now only to put everything together and to add the necessary cables. And as you can see, now we go also to add the hard disk used for the backup. That is, for now, it's a simple 5 terabyte external hard drive. And here is the rack build, and we are going to turn it on for the first time together with the main server, for which we will check later on in another video what's inside. As you can see on the top, there is another small project of mine that will be shown in the next videos, and it's a 5-inch rack, always following the project LabRax, and we are going to use it for a small travel home lab. Of this build is really interesting, the simplicity of doing everything, and at least for the hardware side. And for the software side, we will go in depth in the next videos, and also why we are building this small setup. I mainly use it for the development of some personal projects, not only related to home labbing, but also as AI enthusiast to try some local AI for not only personal use, but also for providing services for users of my projects.